Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. That is Jack. I am Connor. This is the 45. We are here to look at what we think the bottom six of clubs in the 2021 Premier League season look like. Without further ado, we will start in 15th position. I've got Burnley. You've got newcomers Leeds.
Yeah, I think Leeds are going to be a very interesting, very exciting team. They have the first match tomorrow against the defending champions Liverpool. It's going to be a great team to watch. I just think that their big goal, a lot of people are saying mid-table, maybe even top half of the table. That's, I think, a little bit ambitious for me. I think this would be a good spot for them to build off of.
Consolidate your position.
It's a good position.
Burnley haven't done much, and by much I mean anything in the window. Sean Dyche notoriously, well, we're going to talk to the manager, or the ownership, we're going to sit down, and they just haven't reinforced. And I think these other clubs are just getting better than they are. Sean Dyche has good tactics. They're always solid defensively. Yeah. Don't score a heck of a lot, but I just think these other clubs are just better than they are. And I think this is the same way we talked about Spurs in the top six. There's just other clubs are improving at a pace greater than theirs. I've got Villa down in 16th. You've got Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I think that similar reasons for both of them. I think Palace, we both agree, need a bit of a kick in the pants. They've been kind of a bit cruising based on the talent they have. In comparison to other teams not creating much on the offensive end, not a lot of great attacking moves. They signed Etsy from the Championship, good signing, I think. Zaha's always going to be good, as always. Going to be an interesting spot for them. Again, it's a bit tumultuous.
Villa, I think, have made the right signings to give them a little bit more firepower to go alongside Jack Grealish. I think he's going to create probably the same number of chances, which was in the top three last year of all the Premier League.
One of the best creators, best English creator by far.
And I think they even may outperform 16. Defensively, this is questions, right? Are they going to be able to do well against the top six sides?
I've got them in 17th personally. I have a bit of the same concerns you do. Defensively, a bit shaky. Can you rely on Grealish? As always, will Watkins make the step up into the Premier League? There are a lot of question marks, so I have them in the same spot as last season. I think we're still going to survive. Will it be as narrow as last year where you're
the last day, the last 10 minutes of the match?
It will be interesting to see if it's that tight, but I do agree. They have a lot of potential, but will it be realized is the question.
I look at Hammers and Palace. It's kind of a coin flip for me. I don't think either club are all that well run right now. And again, I think these other clubs are just doing a better job with their planning, with their tactical setups. This is where I've got Palace dropping to the championship.
I got West Ham dropping. For me, I think West Ham are in a disarray right now. The sale of Diangana caused major rifts between the captain and the ownership. There just is not great investment. They got a kick in the pants last season where they were
scared a little bit.
Scared for relegation for a little bit. Then Antonio kicked into Superman form. That kick in the pants didn't lead them to recruit that well. So I'm afraid that if they can't organize things, if Moyes gets sacked early on, things could go bad pretty quickly for the West Ham. I got them going down.
For me, Palace and West Ham, it's a coin flip. I went back and forth on who was going to end up in the drop zone. We didn't see one another of these until we got prepped for the show. But again, they're just they concede a lot and they don't score enough.
Yes.
I mean, and that's the terrible combination. It's not on the level of what happened to Norwich last year, but it's pretty bad.
Hodgson is a good manager, but doesn't inspire a ton of confidence in us to do what they need to do.
Down in 19th, we've both got West Brom. I like Slaven Bilic. He did well when he was at Hammers, but they're not got enough.
We have very similar 19th and 20th, and I think that's mainly because that's kind of just the consensus that West Brom and Fulham, this is one of the most talented Premier Leagues that we've seen in a long, long time. There's some really good recruitment from a lot of clubs, and so do they have enough in the tank to survive? I'm not sure about West Brom. I'm not sure about Fulham either. Love both of their stories. I love a lot of their players. Scott Parker, love him as a manager. And I think we're both in the same boat that whoever is going to go down is going to be a bit sad because there's a lot of talent and there's a lot of good stories in the Premier League.
So let's take a look at the overall. Where am I clicking here? There's too many things. This is my bottom six: Burnley, Villa, Hammers, Palace. I mean, just look at Palace's expected goals was 34. That is a terrible terrible number for
bad
last
figure.
season.
Yeah, and that's a similar reason why I have them not performing too well either. I believe a bit more in Burnley than you do, but again, very similar teams.
And obviously, I believe in Leeds a little bit more. I think I've got them in 11th or 12th position. We'll look at the total tables later. But
yeah, I think that, again, West Brom, Fulham, do they have enough to stay up? I don't think either of us see that.
I agree. I think it's going to be an exciting season for
Very
sure.
excited.
Kicks off tomorrow. We're very excited. It's been a short break since the end of the last campaign. Jack, Conrad, this has been the 45. Please like, subscribe. As always, we ask. And give us some comments. Tell us what you think. Tell us where we're wrong. Because the odds are we're really wrong. Anyhow, find us on the Twitter at the 45. Thank you all. Take care now.